This is code.org, and we're about to investigate and modify. I just did a little dance to that. I don't know why, but like a little investigate and modify dance. It would have looked better in the classroom. Meh. Anyways, run the program to observe the results. Yep, code run done. Go. Go faster. Go faster. Go. We have some results. Okay. With an enhanced loop 25, 82, 90, 4, 13, 38, 25. It's identical. Then experiment with the program by making the following modifications. Change one line at a time, then run the program after each change to observe the results. Try multiplying each value in the array by 2 in the enhanced for loop. Now, what do they mean, guys, by an enhanced for loop? Well, let's go look over here, because notice no loops. Blup. Array manager. We got a constructor, number to string enhance. All right, so they kind of gave it away to some degree, but the distinction between enhanced and not enhanced is one's fancy. Nah, so there's a data type variable right here, which is value, that is going to represent each number within numbers. So each time we go through this loop, int value, I know that I am going to hit upon every item in numbers. It must be integer values. And what am I doing here? It looks like we're result plus equals value. So we're going to be adding them up? No. Oh, we're just creating a string because result's a string and a new line character. All right. And it looks like, yep, it's the identical behavior down here. The distinction again is that this, we're using a traditional index, and then we say index less than the length, and then we add one to index each time. So we loop through numbers. What is numbers? It's up here. Numbers will be assigned right here, array manager values, and the constructor numbers is, and by this numbers, they mean that, and this means, oh, look up here, grab that one. So numbers will be equal these guys, and then we go ahead and run these methods, allowing us to loop through. This performs the identical action. This one's called enhanced. It's a bit possibly easier to read, whereas this one, we're going through the indexes. The action is the same. Obviously, the code itself that we type is different. Right? This goes up by 1 each time. We loop through. Same idea. So now we're going to try multiplying each value in the enhanced loop by 2. Okay, so I'm going to just do value, and I know values are ints, so I'm going to just do a times 2 right here. Space it out if I'm feeling fancy. And I know that it's going to prioritize multiplication before it does string addition. It did. Quapow. So now the enhanced loop, notice, is double all of these values. Are you able to start at a specific index using this loop? No. Ta-da. Because keep in mind what an index is, right? This has a length of 5, but the indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the indexes. This is index 0, and the length is 5. So we can't tell it to start at an index. There's no index value here. Nothing represents that. We could down here, right? Because how this is accessing our data, we're literally asking it, index starts at 0. So we say, hey, grab the 0 index. Go back through. Okay, index was 0. This means add 1 to it. So index is now 1. Is 1 less than the length of numbers? Yeah, there was 5. So this is valid. We continue to run. Index 1 is 82. Keep going. So here, if I wanted to start at a random index or an index that I chose, I can just do that. An enhanced loop does not have that functionality. What can you conclude about loop control variable is doing? So the control variable for this loop would be index, right? It's what we're using to ensure that our loop runs a specific number of times. That being said, there's not actually a control variable here. We just go through the entire collection of numbers. Cool. I'm excited to see what else we can do with this. Onward.